Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have audio coming in now. It does seem to be peaking. Tuesday today. This is test number 3. I've changed the setup today. So I've got the Atomos underneath the camera to see if that will work better. Having the cable running through my arm and my sleeves wasn't great yesterday. It failed. And this is, I think, a bit more discreet. Still got the cough. I'll try and minimise the cough in post-production. There we go, on cue. Has been raining. I'm hoping it stays dry for a bit. I just want to wander through the northern quarter, go up to Piccadilly, have a wander down there. Sorry. I've got 2 microphones on today. One lav mic going into the Zoom H1, so that will record just the audio. Still trialing that to get the best quality. It's currently on level 50 as an input level. So I'm not sure if that'd be too loud or too quiet. Then the other microphone, got a Rode Wireless Go. Got that clipped to my lapel as well. So that's coming down onto the camera there and feeding the Atomos signal, so you can see the bar moving there. It's peaking, so it's getting it too loud, but we'll see. I don't know whether the audio on that will be good enough to use as standalone audio, or whether it'll just be handy to have it for syncing. Because if I can't, I need audio coming into the Atomos box to help me sync up in post-production the images that I'm taking on the camera to the images that I'm viewing through the camera and on the GoPro, if you know what I mean. Going the wrong way. People seem a little bit happier today. Not quite as sad today. I think the Monday blues had kicked in for lots of people yesterday. Santa's still here, look. I'm sure he'll be going soon. I'm thinking of trying to get the GoPro a bit lower on my chest. It does seem quite high, quite obvious at the minute. Oh. do want to get one photo take. I've got half an hour. Get some steps in, a bit of exercise, and taking the camera out is a good excuse so that combine two things. It's quite good having it this way round. I can at least see that the Atmos is recording, which is good. Oh. So yesterday, unfortunately, the cable must have come loose, or maybe it's not a very good cable. So instead of having one big video clip, I had hundreds. So it meant the rest of yesterday's walk, it was just wouldn't be able to sync. Whereas hopefully today, the camera connection seems a lot more stable to the Atmos, which is cool. Everybody looking at the phones. That's the curse of lunchtimes, I'm afraid. Everyone either eating or looking down at their little phone. Not many people just wandering around enjoying themselves. Soon be spring. I think the outlook will change. People will be a lot happier. That's a guy here. I must look a bit strange with a GoPro on my chest. It's quite windy today, so it'll be interesting to see whether the mics pick up my voice. I may switch the audio at some point to go from the Latham mic to the Rode Wireless Go, see how it actually handles the audio. Great. I think so far the Atmos has been recording all the way through, so that's good. If you like cheese, then Northern Soul grilled cheese, great place to go for a cheese toastie. We've got three shops in Manchester now. The original one, the Little Shack. I think there's one on Tib Street, and then this one at Piccadilly. You come out some days and there's not a lot of anything interesting happening. Light's rubbish today. I always come up to Piccadilly if I can, because you've got so many people coming into Manchester, so you can end up with lots of interesting people. Oh, it is windy. I don't have time today to just stand about, unfortunately, so I think with street photography it can be good. You find a space, find your composition, and just grab a picture there.
So he does
Surprisingly warm today. I've changed the settings on the Atomus. I've changed the codec to, it'll be upside down there, but I've changed it to 422 rather than high quality. I think primarily for YouTube, I don't need the HQ footage. We'll have to see. The regular 422 footage should be fine. Got the aperture quite wide open, so I'm on f2.8. It's a very dark day, so normally with street photography I'd be at about f8, but I do think easier at f8. I think there's a saying, f8 and B there, you get that much larger depth of field. Pretty much everything is going to be in focus. Street junctions are great for pictures. Now, depending what mood I'm in, I'll focus in different ways. Some days I'll use autofocus like today. I've just got it set up so I've got the zone there, and anything that I focus on that's in that square will be point of focus. Other days I'll use manual focus. Just set it up to focus on 1.5 meters or so away from the camera and leave it on manual focusing. But you really need to be a good f8 to give yourself a fighting chance. I'm going to head back down towards Market Street. If the sun was out, the sun would be shining on everyone's face in front of me. So, walking this way from Piccadilly, at this time of year is great because you get the direction of the sun. The sun is shining on everyone's faces. But we have no sun today. Well, we do, but it's hidden behind clouds. So what I'm hoping for today is just to be able to get 2 nice video files that can sync together very easily. Because the last 2 tests have been rubbish. Every time I've tried to sync up the GoPro footage to the Atomos footage, it's not worked. So I'm hoping today will be good. The Atomos is still recording. According to that, we've got at least an hour of footage time left, and we've got full battery. Oh, missed. I will put up all the shots I take from the day. I think it's good for learning for people. Oh, there we go. Now then, what we do need to do is... Nope. He was not going to look up for love nor money. That's why we need the sun. If you get the sun out, people are generally a lot happier. And if you can hear the wind, it's definitely whistling. I'm generally just scanning the street, looking for anyone who looks interesting. I do like emotion in pictures. I say January, I think, is a bit of a flat month. Camera's set up straightforward today. It's just on auto ISO. They don't really care about the ISO today. It can make its own decision. I'm in aperture priority mode, so I'm just riding the aperture up and down to whatever I want it to be. And I do have a minimum shutter speed set of 1/500. Which is quite high, but I much prefer to be able to make sure that I get a sharp shot, as in no motion blur, because I don't want motion blur at the minute. So I am technically overriding the camera's aperture priority mode quite a high shutter speed, which will in turn push up the ISO, but I'll say these will pretty much all be black and white images, and it just adds to the grain. This is heading into Market Street now. Yep. Very busy. No. I'm gonna get used to the camera weight. It feels a bit different. Can't shoot so well one-handed with it. With the Atomus underneath. The GoPro definitely makes you stand out more. Right, that will be pretty much it for today. It does seem that the Atomus is still recording, which is great. So the cable is working better. I can see that sound is going into the Atomus. There's a little peak indicator on it, so it's definitely recording something. But as long as it's loud enough to enable me to sync, then that'd be fantastic. Very dark under here. I've changed the camera to f2. Which is wide as this one will go, aperture wise. Oh, I was just waiting for the vape to come out then, but it didn't happen. So you should never get disappointed in photography that you're not getting great pictures, because you don't get great pictures every day. If you get one nice picture every day, that's good. She looked great. Hopefully the Atomus is still going. Lights are blinking. If we get one decent recording out of it, that would be good. I'm not going to have the Atomus on every time I come out. I think it is good and handy, probably on longer days, when I come out for a whole day and then I've got a bit more time and then you can see through the camera, see why I'm pointing at certain places for the composition. On these little short trips, it's actually making it very tricky because it's adding a lot of weight to the camera. We'll see. Wind's picking up again. If you're old enough, you might remember a world without phones, and people looked up and down. Talk to one another. Some days you get like this where you go out, especially when you're time limited, and you'll not get a single picture that you like. Plenty of opportunity for photos of people eating. That's young, right. Fantastic restaurants around here in the Northern Quarter. Very tricky if you're thinking of dieting in January. Oh, I've just messed up. I've just pressed play on the camera. I think when I press play, it messes up the recording. But we'll see, because I think it changes the signal. Well, we're coming back to where I started from anyway, so that's not a bad time to stop. So we're back where we started from, and here end up the next vlog.